What's up, guys? So, I fucking just thought about this. Maybe this would be a good video to put on the channel. But the wing stopped working. So, I went ahead, took it off, and replaced these little guys. So, as you can see, this is... Oh, shit. There we go. These are the triggers. They're like a little relay trigger. And they are on the underside of the motor. I'll put up a picture, that way I can kind of show y'all what I'm talking about. But yeah, so on the other side of the motor, there's two of these, one for stopping it going up and one for stopping it going down. The one, I'm not sure which one was out. One of them was out, one of them worked fine. The motor worked perfectly. It spun, nice, no problems there. But one of them were out. I went ahead and replaced both of them. So yeah, so to take this apart, I haven't put those screws in yet, but you got two screws on each side for the outside part of the wing. This is the wing's upside down. So the outer part of the wing, you got two screws, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this whole black thing with these arms comes out. And then, as you can see, the motor is in there. Let me fucking not make a shadow. And the motor's actually bolted to this piece. Let's see. And you have 3 screws. So it's going to be 1, 2, and then that one's 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. That's what the motor bolts to the wing. You take that out. The actual wheel that turns is on the underside, along with 2 of these. These bitches are like super cheap. They were like $2-3 for a pack of, I think, 5. So yeah. So I just thought, show y'all, if y'all have never seen this or done this or whatever. Make sure these things line up with the wing. That means you put it in right. Let me go ahead and put those 2 in, and then I'll film another video of me installing it. That way y'all can see how I actually got this off of the car. Alright, so it's dark, so I will put the wing on tomorrow, but I will show y'all kind of what I did to figure out what was wrong. So you have, this is your main wire to the motor. So you have your black, your red with white, you have another black, and then you have a solid red. All of those are going to be connected to these little triggers. And all you have to do is use a voltmeter and, line them up where, whichever one you're testing, obviously line them up based on the wires. This green and the, what is this, like a, yeah, so the green one goes to the light, this white one with the stripes, and then a black one with stripes, kind of like cross stripes, those are your motor wires. So the green is the light, your 2 blacks and your 2 reds are going to be your triggers, which you can just use a voltmeter, hit the thing. Here, I'll show you. So like, this is open, so it should, it shouldn't make a circuit. This is closed, so it should make a circuit. There should be a difference between open and closed on your voltmeter. And the one of them, there was no difference whether this was clicked or not. So I went ahead, replaced both of them, and then to test the actual motor, what I did was use an impact battery. And I just ran 2 wires, positive, negative, into the striped wires. These like brown striped wires. And then you can, positive, negative, it should turn and then you should flip them, and it should turn the other way. That way you can see if maybe a relay inside the motor is bad, or if it doesn't turn, then the motor's shit anyway. But yeah, so it should spin one way, flip them, spin the other way. If it doesn't, you need a new motor. But that's this whole wiring harness part. That's going to be everything you're testing. There is another wire, this one. That one goes to the actual light. It's going to have a black and a green. You don't got to fuck with them. So you just unplug them. When you take this whole piece off, you do have to unplug them. But you don't test from that one. You test from that one. So once it becomes daylight, probably tomorrow, if I get home early enough, I'll put the wing back on. That way I can show y'all how to take it off, how to put it on. Super fucking simple, because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As y'all can see, 7. So I will do that once it becomes daylight. Alright, so got the wing back installed. To take the entire actual wing off of the car, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I've already put the fucking thing back up. God damn it. Oh well. 5, 6, 7. There's gonna be 7 screws, and then the outside screws got these little fucking things on them. They just pop off, so you just pop off. That's your screw. And yeah, so that's taking it off, putting it on. It's pretty simple. This thing, there's just a little pop-out clip, so just take a flathead, pop, pop. You don't have to take this whole fucking thing off. You just need enough room to get a ratchet like there, there, and there. This one is like, you can see it when you take this off. These two are kind of sunken in. They're like in their own little trenches. So you will need like a deeper socket to get to those two. That one's easy to get to. It's kind of like these on the outside. So that's all it together. Make sure you got your gasket in there. I don't know if you can see the gasket, but there's a gasket in there. Make sure these. Oh, that one's a little fucky wucky. Let's see. There we go. Come on. Make sure those are, you know, nice, flat against the actual trunk. You'll have a gasket on that side. You'll have a gasket on that side. And then the big gasket in the middle. What the fuck was that? And yeah, so now let's see if this bitch works. So I ran into a problem of the wing not working after I put everything together. So now I currently just have the motor outside of the wing, because I was like, okay, the wing's still not moving, maybe the motor isn't moving, but the motor goes both ways and stops. So the fucking motor's working. So why is it when I put everything back together, this bitch don't want to fucking work? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. So let me figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a working wing again. Okay, so that was a gigantic pain in the ass, but I'm going to show y'all what I had to do. So, on each side, it's going to be, when you take the wing off, it's going to be right here and right here. There's going to be this wire that comes through the black plastic piece. You want there, and then there's like a little metal rod that goes into it. You want that piece to line up with this piece there's a little gold piece that has a little hook, and the rod needs to go into that hook. And if you don't fucking line that hoe up perfect, this bitch ain't gonna work. So let me see. Yeah, so you want the rod about there in the full down position. And then, so like the rod will be here, the little hook will be like sitting like that. And so you want the rod to go into the hook and all the way forward. That way it's fully down, because as soon as you shut the car off, the front lip goes up. And if these are fucking, like if this is up and that's down, it ain't gonna work. So you gotta do full down position. So that's the gold piece all the way to the front, rod all the way out to, you know, flush with the plastic piece. Line them up and then put her back on. So now I'm gonna have to bolt it back on and then she'll be done. But yeah, here, I'll give y'all a look underneath there. So there's the wire, 1, 2, 3 bolts in the middle. So it's pretty easy to take the wing actually off. Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's why it wasn't working, was because the little fucking things weren't lined up. So gigantic pain in the ass, but now it works. I have a working rear wing again.